Okay, now that we've fixed our audio issues, I have Josh here. How are you doing today, Josh?
I'm good. How are you?
I am frustrated dealing with these audio issues, but now that we're on track, it's okay. This is going to be the first episode of many episodes to come of deep space talk. you know, I met Josh on one of my YouTube videos, actually. He's a very intellectual guy, and I felt that our conversations need to be recorded because we say a lot of things that a lot of people don't think about, and you never know whose life it might change. And today we were talking about a lot of supernatural encounters and weird vibes that we get from living in this dimension. And the number one, or I wouldn't say the number one things, but the things that have been happening are sensing entities that aren't there, that we know that are there, and how strange it is that these things are happening. What do you think about this, Josh?
Man, it's a very strange and weird thing to happen. That's a part of life, because we go through every day, working, coming home, sleeping, and these things are there. We don't see them, but we feel them, right? Like, I mean, you can kind of see them if you ever have like a sleep paralysis episode.
Right,
You know, like what the heck is that?
right.
I don't think any scientific definition can truly cover what a sleep paralysis episode is. Like, why every time your brain has this, it's a bad experience. I've never had a good sleep paralysis episode ever.
Yeah. And why does everything always have to be negative? How come nothing can ever be positive? You can live 1,000 days in a row and 999 of them will be bad.
Yeah,
Bad experiences. And then that one experience that's good, you'll try to brainwash yourself into thinking that there's something to live for. And like we were talking about earlier, these entities are here. They're in the room with us now. They're in the corners, and you can feel them, and you can feel them. They become more dense the more you speak about them. Like they become more real, or they fidget around when you identify that you're not alone in the illusions of your room, where you feel like you're comfortable and safe because there's some manifested walls around you. You feel safe. You let your guard down, and it's such a bizarre experience, and it's uncomfortable, and it makes you feel some kind of way. And what sucks is no matter how aware you become of it, no matter how awakened your third eye becomes, you still got to get your ass up and go to work.
hmm
And you're still a slave in this dimension. It doesn't matter what you wake up to. And there's layers deep to the hell that we're in. It's not just a normal prison, it's layers deep that you're
it,
encapsulated in a celestial prison. And I think it's just very wrong and it's dark.
yeah. I mean, you're fighting a war on like six different fronts, and it's very disturbing because like you it's normalized, right? Like the food you eat makes you lethargic and slow. The water is it's drinkable, but it's not the best for you, right? The job you work isn't the best for your mental space, and then you have the spiritual side to it. Uh, I mean, the music can literally change your energy or how you perceive things in life, like that's why I can't even listen to a lot of dark music anymore because it like sits on your soul, you know. Uh,
Yeah.
and the creepy, spiritual, and
The
Just
moon,
ridiculous things that
the
happen. Yeah, the
moon, the
moon.
floating spheres in the sky. You know, it's upsetting when you live in a strange dimension and then you go out and you talk to people about it and they go, "Huh? What are you talking about?" And it's like are you not alive? Do you not have these are you not looking up? I mean, it's just a gigantic ball of fire hovering in the middle of eternity and it's oscillating with a big bright another sphere, a big moon. And not only is it out
Hmm.
there, but it makes you feel some kind of way as well too. It's
Yep.
generating a energy field that's it's not positive. Doesn't feel positive to me. And then
Yeah.
it's upsetting when you try to talk to people around you about it, and nobody cares. Nobody cares about
And it's
anything.
like they live on the planet though.
They don't care about wage slavery. They don't care about supernatural deities that are around them. They don't care about your personal experiences that you've experienced and then you try to tell them about it and then they just like blow you off. It's like, nah, I didn't just pull this story out of my ass. This stuff actually happened to me.
Hmm.
And nobody cares. It's almost as if
I mean, people.
it's
Hmm?
almost
Go ahead.
it's
My
almost
bad.
as if there's only a few people who are actually people.
Oh man. Oh man. What
What do
you
you
said was so real. Cause a
what do
lot
you
of
what do you think
these
about that?
creatures. Oh, I see it every day. Right? Like I come across quote unquote people. It's like you talk to them. It's like, was this a alien cyborg thing? Like some of these interactions you have, it's like they don't even seem human. And when you're talking to them and their cadence, the way they look at you,
Yeah.
it's like I just interacted with an entity of some kind.
And it's so
Cause there's no
smooth.
way that was human.
It's so slick too. It's so the way it happens in a way where you can't put your finger on it. It happens in the wee hours of the night. It happens in broad daylight sometimes.
Yep.
You'll just know. Like I said to you earlier, when I see gold on the ground, I don't have to think about that it's gold. I know that it's gold immediately. When I see a pile of clothes somewhere, it's a pile of clothes. If I see a green light, it's a green. If I see it's a red light. If I see a weird shifty ass alien that I just spoke to, that's what the fuck I saw.
Yeah.
I don't have to be like, was that a human? Was that a what was that? Was that a you know what it was because you don't have to analyze these things. You just know it when it happens, and
I
it's
mean,
happened so many times that I'm really uncomfortable with interacting with other people around me.
hmm,
But we have to,
yes, we do
and if we don't,
every day.
we're going to be homeless. So we're forced inside of a prison, a prison called Earth, where you're forced to interact with strange, shape shifting people or entities. And if you don't, you will be a bum. You will starve to death. That's another hell inside of a hell inside of a hell.
Hmm.
And it's just
Being
like,
homeless in this place is hell.
it is. It really is. And I just don't know what to do with these apples. Oh, this stuff is so depressing. Like, and then people tell you to be positive and to think good thoughts. How can you think good thoughts when nothing good is happening except for the little bits of good that you create yourself? What if you wake up one day and you don't have the energy to create something positive?
And it's just like putting sprinkles on shit. Honestly, uh,
Sprinkles on shit. it
seriously,
it
because
is. It really is.
it's
It's like dressing up a pile of shit in a dress.
hmm
And then
Because this place really takes it out of you, and you're just gaslit to think that everything going on here is normal and okay and cool and works out for you in your favor. I never understood that, right? Like people would have the most outrageous thing happen to them, and they would say, "Oh well, it's just God's plan." Huh? What?
right.
So
And
it was his plan for me to suffer?
like I
Why is
told
that
you,
normalized?
and like I told you, Isaiah 45:7. I create darkness and I create light. I the Lord do all these things. And that's a difficult scripture to consume and try to analyze because it makes everything else fall short. Like people go, well, God didn't create the devil. Well, yes, he did. Because the devil didn't create
Mm-hmm.
himself, and the devil is obviously real. You know, when bad things happen to you, they go, well, that's just this, that's just that. No one's, everybody's pointing their finger at everything else but God.
I'm just thinking, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why are you even able to sell your soul to the devil in the first place? Like, it's not even yours to sell, but you can do it.
Right.
You know, like, why isn't there like some spiritual code within the algorithm of Earth? Like, like, whenever you even mention the word soul to a demon, you just get like blocked out and transported to somewhere else. Like, you don't even get the opportunity.
Right. Or
But we have the opportunity.
right. Or like we were saying last time, why isn't there white magic?
Mm-hmm.
Why is there just black magic? Why can me and you hold hands in a circle and dance around like little kids and summon a demon to hurt people or to bless ourselves with fortune and fame until our time runs out? How come we can't do the same thing and save people who are dying, people who are in a third world country sleeping next to a trash can? Why can't we do anything positive on a grand scale? Everything is just evil.
Mm-hmm.
Only evil is presented in the books of life. And
I mean, what, war, famine, disease?
yeah, like this stuff breaks me down, man. And what really breaks me down is like I said, no matter what level of enlightenment you come to, no matter what you try to do, it don't matter. You still gotta get your ass up and go to work and shut the hell up.
Yeah.
And it's like, what? This is twisted. And there's something going on with our energy. I know it's kind of embarrassing to talk about, but I keep bringing it up because I've had a lot of supernatural encounters in my life, and they all always point to the same topic, which is the channeling and the accumulation of your seminal fluids and
Mm-hmm.
practicing good karmic things. Talking about how when you hold your seminal fluid in, it builds up in your spine and it gets to a certain part in your spine, in the middle, which they call Jacob's ladder. And that's what Jacob's ladder is. It's the ladder of your spine, and when the fluid builds up to your brain, your body reabsorbs the seminal fluid, and then you start becoming the best version of yourself, attracting more wealth, having less demonic encounters. You form a spiritual barrier supposedly, but nobody can do it because they get too horny and they can't hold the energy and they can't hold the sacred fluid supposedly. And I'm getting tired of all this stuff, Josh. I'm getting
Yeah,
tired of
it's
all this
very interesting.
because it's like, to what end? Remember like how I
Mm-hmm.
told you a long time ago when my stepdad used to bust in my room when I was a kid and just say, "To what end, Brandon? What are you doing this for? What are you doing that for? To what end?" And then he would walk away, make me think about it. And I think now
It's weird.
to this day, to what end are we? What are we trying to accomplish here? What are we searching for?
Yeah, like That's the question because like you have to deny yourself of what you are to receive the good parts of life. But if you were meant to be horny 24/7 as a man, right? Why are you being punished for being the way you were designed to be?
Or a woman too. If this is not just like for men, it's for women too. It's for the
Yeah,
and
it's for women too.
and who knows? This shit is fucking wild. This shit is fucking wild that you have to go against everything that you are to supposedly beat the evil that's happening. And I mean, I know people who have been on monk mode for like 120 days or like 6 months or a whole year, and they still have to get their punk asses up and go to work and suck a dick.
Mm-hmm.
They still have to bow down and be bitch made and say yes ma'am, yes sir, or not say how they really feel in work settings and meetings. They have to change their personality to cope, just so that they can continue to live in their crappy apartment. It's like their life didn't change. They're just dealing with their slavery in a stronger way.
That's it.
And I'm just tired of all this, man. It's like I'm seeking the truth. I'm seeking the door to get out of here.
Yeah. I honestly like I'm not trying to say, the end of civilization, but like this foolishness has to end at some point. Like, being gaslit on this scale to think that working most of your life and then dying is a good thing. Like throughout all of, or at least the early parts of recorded human history, people used to freely travel the earth.
Right.
Just get on a boat and go. A lot of people never even lived the city they were born in. In the modern world where we have access to airplanes and cruise ships and all these technological marvels, it's because they can't afford it.
Yeah, I heard that
And
most
it's like, is
people.
that really freedom?
Yeah, I heard that most people usually end up dying a couple miles away from the hospital they were born at
Mm-hmm.
because they can't escape because of the politics and the economy and the cost of living and the way they end up dying just a couple. And even right now, I'm 34 years old, and the hospital I was born at is around the corner from my house. I even worked there
Let that
before.
sink in.
I've even worked there before as an employee. And you know what? I would like to consider myself a hyper intelligent person. I have a degree in pharmacology. Um, I have all different types of certifications in other fields. I'm well spoken. I'm not ghetto.
Mm-hmm.
I don't dress ghetto. And I'm still a couple miles away from the place that I was fucking born.
Yep.
What the fuck?
What
I
the
want
fuck indeed?
I want to go live in Croatia. And then you can't even and then people want to own different parts of the world. I can't even go to Croatia and live there without being a citizen there for a couple of years first. Remember we talked about this before?
Mm-hmm.
Like, how is another baby that popped out of some woman's random womb gonna tell me that I have to live in a certain country for 5 to 7 years before I can be considered a citizen? It's like, who are you? You're just another baby who just went to
Yeah.
sleep a couple. You don't. What the fuck are you? The fucking boss lord number 7? Who the fuck are you? Who made these fucking rules up in this place?
Yeah, and it's very weird, right? Like we're all born on this planet. All of us. I think, right? I think most humans were born on this planet. So the only true reason you would need borders is to separate what culture and thought, right? Because some cultures do crazy things like have sex with underage kids, right? Not all of them, just some. and you would probably want borders to separate yourself from that. But other than that, we're all born on this planet. Why can't I go
Right.
to any piece of land on this planet I was born on? Why do I need a piece of paper or a card or an ID just to say, oh, hey, I can go here?
Exactly.
It's not even your land to begin with.
They don't even know where they are. Nobody even knows where they are.
No,
Like, whenever I ask people, do you know where you are? They go, yeah, I'm here. I'm like, come on, man. Stop talking to me like that. Answer my question for real. Do you know where you really are? I'm fucking over here in this part on this town. Okay, where's the town at? It's on Earth. Where's Earth? I don't know. It just goes short.
exactly.
Everybody falls short, and it pisses me off because I've already spent the majority of my youth. I've lost a lot of my youth
Hmm.
um in imprisonment systems from these people who don't even know where they are. I've lost so much precious time of my life experience encapsulated in stupidity of other people's stupidity. Um,
And I think that's the worst part because the clock is ticking and
yeah,
you can't get that time back.
yeah. But on an even deeper level, it's like, what are people? Do you see them right now? No. Well, where are they then?
On an
Are they
even
are
deeper
they
note, why would you even? Hmm?
are they actually people or are they demons?
I don't even know that. Like I genuinely don't even know these days,
Like for instance,
right? Because they look human.
right? Like Las Vegas. Have you been in Las Vegas before?
No,
Okay, where have you been before that was memorable to you?
New York,
Okay, so I've never been
South
there. Did
Carolina.
so? Do you remember all the people you saw there and the architecture?
Yep.
Well, do you see? Well, where is it now? Do you see it now?
Nope.
I mean, you. I mean, is the world like a circle or something? Like, if you walked outside of your house, shouldn't you still see a building from New York way over here? Shouldn't you see something? Shouldn't you see cities way off in the distance? But you don't.
Yeah.
You don't see nothing. You just see what this Earth manifested. What pollution? Oh, it's the pollution. That's the reason why you
Oh,
can't see anything. Yeah, fucking right. Even the buildings in your personal town that you're in, how come you don't see them really when you walk outside of your house? Really, you don't see them way off in the distance. You just see a small little manifestation, just like in video games. Where remember how I told you how things disappear?
mm-hmm.
The further you get away from it, it disappears. That way, the program runs smoother.
Nope.
But when you get closer to it, it manifests like a video game. I think the same things are happening here.
That we got a built-in render distance
Yeah, so it
in
could
real life.
so we could either be living in a simulation. We could possibly be the what is the word? We could possibly be superimposed artificial intelligence where AI has already doubled down on itself a million times in a row and we're the product of that. Or we could be in hell.
It's weird, right? Especially being in hell, right? And being alive in hell, right? Because to go back to saying like, time's ticking and it's like, your time is being wasted with wage slavery. Why do we want time here in the first place? Like it's like we're attached to this place. It's like we want to be here. We want to do something. Because you
Right.
don't want to die. You get afraid. You're like, no, 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 send me back.
No, but even worse. Remember that one time we were talking about how dare it manifest our loved ones here?
Hmm.
How dare it? How dare this place not only take everything from us and enslave us and poison us and give us chemtrails in the sky to breathe in, and our water is poison, our food is poisoned with dexohethahimeline and stuff and all types of shit. But on top of that,
Oh yeah.
it manifested our mother and our father and our brothers
Hmm.
and sisters and cousins to make us feel bad, to keep us trapped in the same manifestation that's been tormenting us our whole lives. It created a reason to make us feel bad about trying to take ourselves out of here, that way that whatever it's extracting from us through our suffering continues to do it.
Yeah. And I hate that because like just because you see them, you don't even know if they're like even real for real because you can only see life out of your two eyeballs.
Yeah, this shit is dark, dog.
So
This
everything outside of your head, you don't even know if it's real, right?
Yep. This is
And
some
you got to
next
sit
level
there and you got to
darkness.
see it is.
I mean, think about how lame it is to imagine people just burning up side by side in hell. Hey, that's boring, right? If I was a
Yeah,
demon,
you're going to get bored of that.
if I was a demon, I would think that that's boring. I don't want to watch people scream and burn in a pit. Boo. You know what? Let's manifest a whole world for them where they think it's going to be okay, but it never is. And they have to work and piss and shit and pick boogers out their nose and earwax, and
And sweat and stink
their bones grow out their hands, and then, but they keep trying to gaslight themselves, and they want to call it fingernails, but they just to make it sound prettier. Let's make a place. This is where we're at.
yeah.
We are in the deepest hell you could ever think of, and people are so afraid to identify it as such that they put they're mad they're putting band-aids on it and calling it life and an experience and something sacred. This ain't sacred.
This is not sacred at all.
What the fuck? But you know what? But you know what confuses me, my friend?
What?
That there is sacred things inside of it, but ultimately
Hmm.
it's not. Like, for instance, I could pick up my guitar, and there's certain patterns in my guitar that are sacred. There are licks and theory that if you play it at a certain speed in a certain way, it'll sound sacred. So that confuses me, because even though I identify this place as a hell realm, there's also sacred and beautiful things inside of hell.
Yep. Have you heard of the guy who's turning plastic waste into gasoline?
No,
Well, there's a young man who's doing that.
I'm pretty sure he'll wind
And
up
quite
dead though.
frankly, yeah, isn't that crazy? But like what he's doing is uh is a miracle. It's beneficial for the environment. And I think that young man's existence is sacred because he's dedicated his life to do a positive thing despite knowing the risks of death in
Right.
hell.
Yeah. And what sucks about that is that there's so many people like him who have been taken from this place. Somebody even figure out how to turn water out of a water hose into gasoline, like 6 to 7 times in a row. 6 different people, and they've all wind up dead.
Hmm.
The water
And no one
powered
questions
engine.
it.
And that's so tragic that we live in a place like, for instance, we shouldn't be paying for anything. Why are we paying for PG&E when there's a gigantic ball of fire burning every single day in the sky that we can extract energy from through solar panels for free? But yet you got to work 80 hours of your life while your mama dies in her skin, develops diseases, and your dad and your cousins and your brothers. Everybody's passing away while you're working your life off to pay for resources that are naturally available to us.
You know what's crazy about any like tree shortage or paper shortage or anything?
Hmm.
You could just plant a tree and it will grow.
Right.
And now you have paper again.
Yeah, this stuff is just, it really hurts my heart.
And same thing with food. Why is anyone in America starving when we should be planting trees that have food on them? Like, I should be able to go outside right now, walk 10 feet, and eat some fruit off of a tree.
Yeah. And what's crazy is it used to be like that back in the day. Like when I was a kid, all I remember was walking outside with my cousins and stuff, and then being like, "Look, a pomegranate tree," and then we would grab a pomegranate and just eat it, and it was the best thing that ever happened.
Hmm.
But that was in like 1996, 1997. But fast forward to today, you could walk 1,000 miles and you won't find a goddamn tree that bears any fruit. And if you do see one, it's in somebody's backyard,
Yeah.
But back in the day, it used to be next to the damn telephone poles and the energy boxes outside and this in the road. There was fruit everywhere, and there's people out here dying, homeless, dying and shit. They just want you to
Hmm.
work 80 hours every 2 weeks so you can go to the store and buy their fruit, their poisoned fruit,
Yeah. Covered in poison
pesticides.
and pesticides. It's like, pesticides work both ways. It kills bugs and it kills you too.
Damn,
It's just poison in general.
that's a crazy
There's no
ass
such
statement,
thing as
bro.
bug poison.
You said it works both ways. That's wild.
Yeah. Poison is poison.
Damn.
You can I'm saying you could be funny and think rat poison is just for rats. You eat it, you die too.
Yep.
So imagine you spraying that stuff, ingesting it, and now you have cancer. Huh? Wonder why.
So hold on real quick. You know what bothers me?
What?
That what out of all the stuff we've been talking about, what bothers me is that I've met Jesus before.
Mm,
People are always on the fence with, is this real? Is that real? But I'm blown away because in my time here on this earth, I've met Jesus twice. And every time I've met him, remember I told you before, he didn't let me really speak as it like how I'm speaking right now. It was always a controlled supernatural encounter. And
hmm.
and he always talked about one thing and one thing only, and that's me controlling my sexual desires. And I think to myself, well, what's that got to do with everything else? With the chemtrails, the
I don't
wage
even know.
slavery, the death, the the turmoil, the living all these years going through spiritual encounters and being tripped out spiritually. What the fuck does that have to do? What the fuck does me watching a porno have to do with all of that? But that's all that God ever talked about. He don't care about nothing. He don't care about the little children dying, getting raped. All he cared about was the damn porno that I watched, and that pisses me off because
That's crazy.
surely there has to be something more to it than that. Surely my little sin isn't such a big galactic stretch to the point where where me and you and other people have to be galactically tortured because we can't master one thing. But that seems to be what's happening here. To me, at least, to my perspective. I don't know about you.
It's crazy because it's like, we're chastised for these things like, watching porn as if we invented it. You know, I didn't ask to be in a world that has porn, right?
Right, right.
I think realistically, every man or woman would like to be in a actual uh relationship, not some fake pseudo, relationship through a screen or something like that, right?
Yeah. I don't know, but what I do know is that seems to be the focal point of God here is sex. There's something extremely powerful going on with sex. And
Hmm.
when I was younger, I used to blame my parents. And okay, for instance, like I think that this is really important for whoever is listening, whoever's going to be listening to this conversation here. In the anti-natalist and black pill community and truth talker, they're always blaming their parents. Oh, why did my mom take me here? Oh, fuck them. I hate my parents. This has nothing to do with them. I've gotten to that point where I realized I would have been here whether I came out of my mama's pussy or not. This is something beyond them. That we are in a spiritual. We have been spiritually casted, spirited away to this place, and them having sex and having us was just the illusion to explain our origin story. But ultimately, they were just used as vessels to for us to be here. We would have been here anyways. It has nothing to do with it's my mom's fault or my dad's fault. It's beyond them.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Because I
And
mean, just as much as you don't want to be here. I mean, they were programmed by society to bring you here. It doesn't matter like
right.
whether they did it or someone else did it. Like having kids here is seen as a good thing. It's seen as a positive to bring something out of non-existence and force it to work
Oh my
to
god.
fuck or go to school.
That makes me
Like
so
what?
mad. Just hearing that pissed me off. Wow. What a statement.
Yes. I've
And
been
then
waiting for this my entire non-existence. I can't wait to masturbate and then go to hell for masturbating. Dude,
right.
come on. Like this place is ridiculous.
And then it's not even their fault, our parents' fault, because they didn't have no YouTube. They didn't
Yeah.
have black pill communities or a anti-natalist community to wake them up to the realities that we've been uh, aware of now recently. They didn't know,
Yeah, they didn't know.
and I see people all the time. F my parents. I'm a kill my parents. Fuck them. It's like what? Use your brain.
Hmm.
There is something beyond them that put you here. We're obviously missing a link. We're obviously not, you know, you know, we obviously can't master certain things that aren't permitting us to go to the next level. That's what I'm thinking. Like we're missing a link or something. But still, if how are we missing a link when we were designed this way?
How can you find the link if you're at a job all the time?
Ooh, yep, that's some real shit.
How can you
How can you find yourself or come closer to the Lord if you're a slave
Yeah.
and you're trying to sleep and rest and eat? Everything's a contradiction. Everything is a catch 22 here, and that's why I hate this fucking place. I hate this place, Josh.
I do too.
I hate that I gotta talk until my vocal cords hurt to figure out what's going on, just to wake up, just for it to settle so I could do it again.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I'm at a point where like I go to sleep and I could sleep for 7, 8 hours, 4 hours. It doesn't matter how long I sleep. I'm still tired when I wake up.
Yeah, it's because
Like I'm tired of that.
yeah, it's because you're spiritually exhausted. I've been trying to tell my coworkers that today. They go, "Why don't you just get some more sleep, Brandon?" And I think to myself, "What? More sleep isn't going to rest my spirit. I'm spiritually
Yeah,
exhausted from this fucking game that we're forced to play.
that is an excellent way to put it. I'm spiritually exhausted
I'm not
because it
physically
doesn't matter
exhausted."
how much sleep I get. I'm tired.
Yep. And then people want to combat it and say, "Well, it's because you're not being disciplined with your sexual fluid." And it's like, I get that. I get how I could have more energy if I have more seminal fluid. But ultimately, then I just become irate. Then
Oh yeah.
I become a wild beast, an exotic creation. I become lustful. I become full of sin when I hold all this fluid in me. The hormones. This place is just hell. It's just a torture chamber.
Yeah, I mean, because, you know, when you're holding it in, and let's say you've been masturbating for a while, right? When you stop, you don't just stop. You're like that whole first week, you're primarily focused on don't do it. Don't do it. Every time you get an urge, it's like, don't do it.
Right.
You know, so you're thinking about it more than you do when you do masturbate. It's like, what the hell kind of backwards logic is that? Right? That's how we're programmed.
Yeah. This place, man, is it's fucking with my mind, Josh. It's fucking with my mind, and for me to say that I've gone crazy would be an understatement. I think because like crazy is like level one.
Oh yeah.
Well, I live to the point I'm on tier 23. The fuck level one is the you go crazy, and I feel bad for you, dog, because I remember you told me that you just recently come into this understanding of all this truth just recently, and you seem so well adjusted to it. I'm proud of you, and I feel bad for you at the same time because the shock of it all.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it was definitely shocking.
And then for you to have to get up, dust yourself off, put your clothes back on, walk outside, and act like nothing happened.
Mm-hmm.
Or else people gonna judge you and trip the fuck out on you, make you feel small.
I had to because like you can lose your mind in this place. But then you have to realize losing your mind won't keep you fed. You know, losing your mind won't keep a roof over your head. You know, you have to work relentlessly whether you like it or not. You know, like I don't.
Yep.
The slave doesn't even have time to lose his mind.
The slave doesn't have time to lose his mind. Wow, that should be the title of a book. It should be a fucking quote. That's the quote of the year. One of the quotes of the year. Also, scared money don't make money.
Yep.
That one too. Um, you know, may God save us all. And that don't even make
Truly.
and
You know.
that don't even make no sense neither, because God is the one who did it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm conflicted because I know Jesus is real. I know God is real. And I know that I should pray to him or it. But I also know, on the other hand, that he's the one who created all the situations that are nudging me to pray. So
Yeah.
I'm essentially praying to my abuser, even though he is the way and the light. And
I mean,
that really confuses me in my spiritual journey here. Like I'm praying to the person
I
who raped me.
I wouldn't let it confuse you because two things can be true at one time, right? Like the person that's abusing you is the only one that can save you. You know.
Wait, I don't get that.
Uh, what do you mean? Okay, I'll explain it. Right. So like, God put you here, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And God could take you out of here.
Right.
The person that's abusing you, right? You ask them make it stop, and they stop. They're the only one capable of saving you, right? If it's just you and them,
But that's abusive.
yeah,
That's
it is.
that's not something that's respectable. I don't see how I can continue to be on this side, on this team, the holy team, if the holy team is corrupted. I don't know where to place my faith, even though it's been proven to me who I should put my faith in. It's almost like if you can't beat them, join them. And that's
Well, you
not
don't want to
good.
do that. Yeah,
That's but still, I can't beat God, even if he's corrupted or not. But I better join his ass.
there you go.
It's like, is that the right thing to do, or is that just the safe thing to do?
It's you
That
see, that's the confusing part.
that's deep,
That's
ain't
the
it?
confusing
Is
part.
that deep or
Yeah,
what?
that is definitely deep. I I don't even know the answer to that myself. Like,
I said some shit just now.
yeah,
You know?
it's weird because you can measure uh that the other side is very evil, and you know that it has no problem showing that, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
with the they're the true abusers, right? Like they perpetuate the wage slave system, the healthcare system being astronomically unaffordable for what fucking reason, I don't know. uh Food being poisoned, the air being poisoned, water being poisoned. It's like, all the major systems of control, have the power to not do these things to us, and they do, right? uh but in the same vein, it's like, God put us here in a world with all this where we have no power to change any of this, right? So
Right.
how are you going to change this?
I know that we
uh
can influence a small section, but we can't ultimately change it. And that's what's frustrating to me. Like, you can't change something that's purposely the way it is.
exactly.
I
Well,
mean,
you can change it, right? Like, but the answer to that is you get rid of the people in charge. And then, like, how do you do that? You it ain't gonna be all, peaches and cream and sunshine and rainbows, right? Like, there's gonna have to
right,
be some blood spilled, right? But if you're a Christian, they say don't kill. And it's like, what?
right, and people
But your oppressors will kill you.
and people clearly need to be murdered. Clearly,
Yeah.
uh, people clearly need to be murdered here. Like, for instance, I hate to say it, but the president needs to be murdered. I hate to say it. I know some people don't want to hear that, but I mean, this guy has I'm pretty sure he has billions of dollars, more money than there are people on Earth. And if that's the case, he could easily send seeds that bear fruit to every country so that they can plant and help the homeless. He has the money to and the influence to reverse all of the world's problems within 7 days if they so decided to. But they don't. They just keep making it worse and worse and worse. And the other people
Because
like
suffering is
Elon Musk,
profitable.
Jeff Bezos, whatever his name is, they have the
Hmm.
money combined to change the whole world in a month's time, and they just wake up and choose not to because of greed.
I think they're changing the world in their image. you know. Uh, because I don't remember us as a collective voting for AI to be born.
Right.
Like we had no say so. It was just, we were living life without automation, without AI, and then we woke up and they were like, "Hey, here's this thing."
And what's sad is Chat GPT is probably the best thing that's ever happened to humanity in a long time. I use Chat GPT actively, and
I
I would honestly have to say it's better than Google, and that sucks because it's replaced a lot of people's jobs. I just think that the perversion of it all is what's going to be the detriment of humankind, not the manifestation of it, the perversion of it.
I'm trying to think, like, cause I don't really think ChatGPT is all that great, like as a tool. But let's take my bias out of it for a second. And let's say it's working as intended, right? Any question you have about anything that happened or any tool in all of human history can be answered at the tip of your fingers with the cell phone is amazing, right? That's an amazing invention. You can ask it for any recipe, how to fix anything, and you could get a answer, right? That's great. But like you said, the whole perversion aspect of it, the fact that people aren't even thinking for themselves and they just, kind of auto resort to chat GPT for everything. I don't really see that as a good thing, the whole job thing. I think if we can be freed from wage slavery, that would be great, but I don't know if the powers that be would want that. Like they didn't build Chat GPT to free you from wage slavery.
Look, you know what?
That's abundantly
After
clear.
everything that we've been talking about, I think that that's the most important thing is being freed from wage slavery. I mean, everything else falls short when it comes, except for this topic.
Hmm.
This topic is the root of the problem with everything here in this dimension. You can't grow, you can't go forward, you can't go backwards, you can't go left, you can't go right because of wage slavery.
I mean, you're stuck because of it. All you care about in your day to day is just a job. Celestial events are happening, but I gotta go to work.
Right. You just saw a fucking UFO. You saw a UFO fly above your head and spray something. But hey, get your ass into work, motherfucker. What? When is the alien invasion going to happen so we don't have to go to work?
Yeah.
When is
No,
the
like seriously, I want something to happen.
yeah? You know what? It's sad when we live in a world where we would rather a unknown galactic invasion to happen so that we don't have to work no more. That's horrible.
Hmm.
That's so horrible if you think about it. I'd rather bomb threats happen than us have to keep going to work.
Because it's like, what's the point? Like, I've seen people put their blood, sweat, and tears into companies and get fired with no warning. You know,
Yeah.
uh, people who've had it all and then lost it. Now they're on the street. It's crazy. If you talk to some people on the street, you could be talking to former millionaires and you wouldn't even know it.
What gets me is you don't even know if these people are people, and it doesn't even seem like it. It seems like they're manifestations. Hell,
I
even you could be a manifestation right now. You could be a demon fooling me,
I could be.
trying to give comfort to me as if there's camaraderie here in this dimension. I could be a demon.
Yeah.
I could be just playing some fucking advanced game to make you continue to live in this world. That's evil.
Hmm.
Who knows what the fuck? But you know that that's happening because I'm pretty sure you could feel my intention. I would
Yeah,
like
and I
to,
hope you could feel mine too.
of course, but still, someone thinking on these levels, we have to talk about it. You know?
Because you can really only experience life from your own two eyes. It's like, I think about this. It's like if I die, does it just all go black? Like what happened?
Well, I don't think
You
it's going
know?
to go
Like
black because they say about energy. What was that, Newton? It was either him or somebody. Energy can just transfer. It doesn't. You can't destroy energy. It only transfers.
hmm
And a car can't drive itself. A person has to get inside of it and move it. So our body is a vehicle, and whatever's inside of it is obviously either a spirit or an energy. Um, so it's going to continue somewhere. It might jump into a bug. It might jump into a dog. It might jump into a new baby coming out of another bitch's womb.
I hope not.
But most likely, that's what's going to happen here because this place is too strong. It's high powered elemental
I mean, and
stuff.
there are instances of people saying that they've been here before. Like what the heck?
I'm just paranoid to interact with people at my job and in the streets and stuff because I'm sure that they're gaslighting me and mask shapeshifters. They're shapeshifters. Um, like I told you, I played with the Ouija board when I was a kid, and I saw enough. I saw enough to know that everything I'm talking about is actually happening. Like the invisible deities in our rooms in the corners, just listening to our conversation. Even now, even right now,
Yeah, even now.
I've lived long enough to see an inanimate object move right next to me and spell out stuff on a board. That means that something was there. And if something was
And that
there,
thing was watching you shower.
yeah, and if something was there then back then something's here right now,
hmm
still waiting for me to slip up or taking notes. They call it the spiritual
Like
archive. It's creepy, bro.
like what's the point of this? Like let's say you made a game, right? It was just like Earth. What would be the point of making that game?
The only thing I could think of, you know what? There could be a point to all of this. If we're eternal beings, then this blip of time where we're suffering and being enslaved means nothing in the grand scheme of life. If it's eternal, um, let's say we are spirits and we can't get right every time because every time you know what I do every time I get transported somewhere celestially and I see a beautiful entity, the first thing I try to do is fuck it or kiss it or do something sexual with it, little flirty eyes or something. Every single time I've ever been
hmm
transported, the first thing my spirit wants to do is be intimate with it. And I keep thinking to myself, maybe that's why I'm here, because I'm a piece of shit spirit, or I'm a hoe spirit or something, or I'm a fucking and I'm not like that when I wake up. I'm not all flirty. I'm all reserved and kind, and but I still naturally, whenever I've been spiritually casted and I end up being around a celestial being, a woman, a being, I
hmm
always I go into that. I go into something sexual, and I'm like, is this why I'm here? Am I being taught how to, am I being punished for being out of control? I don't know what to think anymore.
But that's very weird, right? Why would you have to go through working ridiculous hours,
Exactly.
ridiculous schedule, just
being
to stop being sexual.
yeah, being shit on
You
by
know?
people, racism. Why would I have to be born into a world where I heard stories about niggas getting lynched from trees
Yeah.
and fucking old slave songs and shackles and what the fuck kind of bullshit is this?
Yeah.
Gas chambers.
Also, you stop being sexual,
Yeah,
mind you.
all this because I watch porn. I gotta see niggas hanging from the apple tree or hear about ostrich camp people being gas chambered and what?
Hmm.
What are we fuck? Who made this
You know, that's
shit?
crazy.
Who made this shit? Shame on them or it.
Yeah.
There could have been a better, a kinder training camp.
I'm just thinking about it, right? Because, like, all the stuff you mentioned, it's like, as a kid, you're learning this stuff, right? And they just sell it to you as history, but these are atrocities on a grand scale.
Yeah,
And
on a
they dress it
galactic
up,
scale.
yeah, on a galactic scale, and they dress it up and they put it in a textbook and make it palatable to 10-year-olds. The fuck?
But you know what though? I think that this has been a really good conversation, especially for episode one.
Oh, yeah.
We are at an hour and 1 minute, and I think I should wrap it up here.
All right.
Do you have anything to say to anybody who decided to stay this long and listen to this video?
Uh, I would say keep your head up. It doesn't get better. It either remains the same or it just gets worse. The only thing that could get better is you. So just try the best. Try your best to keep your sanity
Wow.
in this place.
Wow. Ain't that some real shit? The only thing that gets better is you. That's some deep
Yep.
ass shit, bro. It's true. You can't change anybody else or anything around you. Kinda. All you can really change is yourself. And who are you when the lights turn off?
Hmm.
Who are you when you go behind closed doors? What do you do when you're by yourself? Do you plot on people and fucking hurt them? Or do you are you who are you? You
I just
know?
hope you'd be a good person. Yep.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna end the stream.